So now that we've created all of the content that we want to share inside our My Media page, we can talk about how to go ahead and edit that content and how to share it with a Moodle course. Now, every Moodle course has something called a media gallery, and that is the gallery of videos that is for that specific class. So if you have to upload a project or you have to upload something for your course, I'm going to show you how you can publish that. Now, a disclaimer here is your professor may require those videos to be looked at first before they are publicly put on the media gallery, but you'll know if they have that setting on when you try to upload something to the Moodle page. So one of the things I want to show you is how you can go in and edit a video, and we're just going to do that with one video here. I'm going to use our Kaltura capture recording here, and to edit a video you're going to click the little pen to the right of it, and that will take you into all of the editing options for this specific video. So your video is going to be here. You also have your recording name here, which you can change, and if you change it, you can save it. This is your publishing button. Now, there is a way to publish from the actual Moodle page, but you can also publish from inside of My Media as well. So here, the publishing status is private. If you were ready to publish this to a Moodle page, you could click on Published, and then you would see all of the courses that you have shared with you, where you could just check off a course, and that will upload it to that course's media gallery. At this point right now, we're going to leave it private because I want to look at the other options that are here. The next tab here is going to be options, and you have a few choices here. So for your video, by default, everybody can add a comment on your video when they view it in the media gallery. If you would like to disable comments for your media, you can check that off here. And if maybe you want to allow comments for a little while, but then want to close the discussion after that, you can check off close discussion later on. If you want people to be able to create clips, you can check that off as well. But none of these things, as you can see, are checked off by default. You can choose what you would like to do. Here under collaboration, you are able to do a few things. Under change media owner, this means you are giving complete ownership rights of your video to another owner. You won't be able to edit this video anymore if you do this. It will not show up in your My Media if you do this. So keep in mind, if you are changing the media owner, that you will have no ownership to this video any longer. Now, if you are collaborating on a video with someone and you want to work with them on it, you can add collaborators by clicking Add Collaborator. And you have a few options here. Now, you type in the name of the person you want to add as a collaborator, and here are their permissions. So if you make them a co-editor, they're able to edit your video. If you make them a co-publisher, they are able to publish your video to their class if they want. If you are a co-viewer, it allows them to just see your video. So you want to decide what editing privileges you want someone to have for your video, and then press Add once you do that. The next tab here is thumbnails. Now, if you do not like the thumbnail that is created for you automatically, you can upload a thumbnail of your own. You can take a picture and capture your own thumbnail, or you can just auto-generate one based off of what they give you here. And this is pretty much usually what I choose to do. So if I wanted to choose maybe this option, this could be my main thumbnail for my actual video. And so now when people view this video, this is the first thing they're going to see instead of what Kaltura has chosen for me. The next tab here is for download. This is if you want to allow people to download your video. If you click on source and save, that will give the ability for others who view the video to download it. Under captions, now if by default captions should automatically be on every video, sometimes it does take a while for that to begin uploading. If you have anything you wanted added along with your video, so if you have maybe an article that goes along with your video, or maybe you needed to write something that went along with your video, you can add that attachment here by clicking Upload File. The next option here is timeline, and what this does for you is it will create chapters for you automatically if you're using a PowerPoint presentation. Now, I'm assuming that ours is still going to be generating, and that's why our chapters haven't shown up yet. But usually when you use a PowerPoint presentation as the main source, it should create chapters for you based on the slides that you're using. But you can also create your own chapters, and chapters are used for if you have a very long video that you want to cut down, maybe if you want somebody to be able to go through the video and find exactly what they're looking for. So chapters are useful like that. And to make a chapter, we'll just do one really fast. You can drag your timeline here and then just click on the little chapter button here, and you can name that whatever you want. So you can just name it chapter 2 if you like, and then press save. So then when you click view in player and you go up, it'll take you up to your video. You should be able to see here with the horizontal lines what chapters you've created, and you're able to get to those chapters faster. The last option here is replacing the media, and all that means is maybe let's say you recorded this video originally and you had to make changes to it, or you have a better option for this video. You can replace it with different media and these settings will all stay the same. Now you might want to take a look at your timeline or some of these other options to make sure that everything is right, but for the most part, most of these settings could probably stay the same. Now the other thing I want to show you really quickly is the launch editor. If you click launch editor, it's going to allow you to go into the video that you've recorded, and you can sort of snip different parts of it or cut different parts of it, so that way it shows the way you want it to show. Here we have, if you want to use this scrubber, you can move in and move out and get rid of media that way. You can also cut out specific clips if you like. So let's say I want to cut out this clip here. I can drag my scrubber here, click on it, click on the little scissor, and that will then split it. And then I can drag the timeline to the end of where I want, clip it again, and that will then separate that clip from the entire timeline to where I can just delete that if I want. Now you might see this big space here, but don't worry about that, because when Kaltura plays this video back, there won't be a delay there. It knows to skip that. So don't get worried if you see that. And there's a few other options here. You can also drag your timeline here. You can choose to set in, which means it will start your clip there. Alternatively, you can drag this all the way to the end and set the video out, and that will then end the video there. Anytime you need to make changes, you can undo those changes if you want to go back to the way that it was. If you want to completely delete what you did, you can do that. But one of the most important things that you want to make sure that you do here is you save a copy, and you don't just save over it. If you press save a copy, it will keep the original video intact and it will save a copy of what you've done. If you just click on save, it will save over your original video and there's no way to get that back. So I'm just going to go exit this because I don't want to make any changes. I'm sure that I don't want to, and I'm going to leave that the way it is. So those are going to be all of your settings in regards to editing a video.